Hello friends! Today I've built a flying fox exhibit in Planet Zoo. I really wanted to build a habitat or exhibit for one of the walkthrough exhibits because I think they're kind of cool and you can do a lot of cool things with them. I think I've only built one once the whole time that they've been out, so I thought today I would see which options we have, pick one, and then build one. So I chose the flying fox. I think they're kind of cool, and I had a lot of fun building this. I saw a TikTok a few weeks ago of someone who built like a walkthrough thing for butterflies that was over water, and I thought that was so cool. And then I was like, I want to do that. And yeah, technically it looks like the bats can fly away, but they can't in game, so it doesn't matter. But I was really proud of this one. I thought it was really, really cool. I had a lot of fun with it. Because it's above water, I had to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how am I going to make all of these like structures that are there for like food and enrichment and stuff. How am I going to make them have a place to go? Because they're all attached to the ground, but there is no ground, so they're just floating, which technically they don't need to be on any surface. Like, things can just float in this game and it's fine. They'll still use them just fine. But I think it looks weird, so I had to figure out how am I gonna do this? And I tried a few different things. In the beginning you'll see that I'm putting down these like, I don't know, wooden things. But then I was like, this looks kind of boring and I'm not sure where plants and stuff would go on this, and I really want this place to have a lot of plants because I think that would look nice. So I end up replacing it all with rocks and plants and trees later. You'll also see me putting down some of the blueprints I have saved, but I don't end up actually using any of them. But that's okay, they were just there for like inspiration for what I wanted to go for. I don't think I even ended up looking at anything I placed, but it was just there for me to look at it if I wanted to, I guess. This is why I have a lot of these things off the like Steam workshop thing that I save them and then I never use them again, but they're really cool and people do really impressive things, so I'm like, I should just put them down as like inspiration, because sometimes I feel like I don't know how to make something look interesting and other people can make such cool things. I'm like, I should just use that to my advantage, and then maybe that will make me better at this game, to just have references of what other people have done, which is really fun. Anyway, I had a lot of fun building this. I thought I had like no reference, no vision of what I wanted it to look like. It was just kind of, I want this walkthrough thing above water, and the rest of it, I'm just gonna figure it out as we go. I thought it was really fun and kind of exciting, and I also, after I put the bats in, I kind of left the game unpaused a lot of the time, and I really enjoyed watching them fly around. They're so silly. I think bats are just such funny little creatures. I was looking up little facts about them before, so I was like, what, I don't really know that much about bats, definitely not these ones. And I was learning all these things about like how if they want water, they'll like fly really close to a lake or something, or like a river, and then they'll like dip their little bellies in the water and then lick the water off their stomach. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever heard? Oh, hello. Sorry, there's a cat here. Why are you yelling at me? Anyway. Isn't that so cute? And then sometimes they'll fall in and then they can swim and they can climb back out. Isn't it crazy that a bat can swim? Something about the visual of that is kind of crazy. I was looking up a video before because I was like, what does that look like? It does look kind of stupid, but it is impressive, I will say. They're really silly creatures. I kind of like it. I've never, like, there's so many animals in Planet Zoo, I'm like, I've never really thought about this animal before in my life. Like, I've never learned anything about this creature. And I really like Googling things about them and being like, ooh, what is your life like out there? So I was really enjoying my little facts about how they drink water. I think that's really sweet. I just think they're so silly. Bats are just, they're really funny little guys. I think if it wasn't for the fact that they like, you know, are known for carrying rabies and stuff, I think they could be very cute. I just think that I don't know if it's as serious here, but I know in the US I've seen people say like if you ever find a bat in your house, you need to immediately get like rabies shots, and I'm like, oh, that kind of ruins the fun. There was a bat in my parents' garden over the weekend. My sister sent me a video of a bat in a watering can, and then they had to tip it out on the floor and watch it crawl to a tree. Because they can't take flight from the ground. They just have to drop from the sky. So whenever they're on the ground, they just kind of have to climb their way up somewhere again so that they can drop themselves. Bats are so silly. Why are you like that? Also, another thing about bats, the fact that they have like little hands at the end of their wings, I find to be a little bit unsettling. It is cool, but also a little bit like creepy. Like, why do you get to have hands and wings? That seems unfair. I guess to make up for it, they don't get to just take off and fly whenever. They have to drop from somewhere. They're like, you've got too many good things going on. We have to do something to stop you from being the most powerful creature ever. I don't know. They're so funny. I'm like, every time I see like pictures of bats, I'm like, I want to like rub their little heads. They look really soft and kind of cute. I feel like people are really scared of bats, which obviously, you know, for the before mentioned reason of rabies, I feel like that's a valid reaction. But I think they have like the potential to be cute. Am I insane for that? I don't think so. Because I think they kind of are cute. Like when you look at this type, the like flying foxes, they have little like dog-like faces. Also, fun fact, our cat, his name is Mouse, which is the Dutch word for mouse, but his full name, technically, that he doesn't really have a full name, it's just kind of like, that was our reasoning for calling him Mouse, was we like the name Mouse, but also, the word for bat in Dutch is vleermuis, and he really does look like a bat. I think black cats kind of have this thing, especially when you can see their little teeth. They look like bats. So, that's a little fun fact, and a Dutch word, if you didn't know it yet. But they're just, I love bats. I think they're so funny. I wanna like befriend one. When I used to go camping, as a child, a lot of the time, and like at like nighttime, you'd see all the bats flying around, and sometimes my mom would like throw up tiny little like pieces of gravel and stuff into the sky, because then the bats would like go after them, and you could see them like diving around in the sky. So interesting. It's so interesting. Bats are so fun. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. We're getting kind of further into the build now. You'll see that I've done a lot of the first bit of decorating and trying to figure out what I actually think would look good in this scenario. And the more I went on with this, the more I was like, this actually looks really fun. And at first I was like, you know what, maybe I'll keep the wooden bit in one area and then keep the rocks in one area, so that, because there are two walkthrough exhibits technically. I wanted to connect them, but you can't. So they're just two separate ones. We can just pretend that they're connected and that all the bats hang out with each other. But I ended up replacing all of it with rocks because I just think it looks better. I just didn't know what to put on the wooden bits, and it just looks so much better when it kind of has the like tropical jungly vibe going on. I just think it looks really fun. Anyway, watching the bats fly around was so fun because there were so many of them. I think because I had the game unpaused for so long, I'm pretty sure they had like maybe even like 20 babies. They kind of just kept making more of them, so it was getting really full in there. Which honestly made for good entertainment for me because I kept seeing them and I kept like seeing them hanging places and I'd see them like licking the fruits and stuff. I was feeling very entertained. The way that they just kind of like hang on to things and there's like a little water bath and they just kind of like cling onto the edges. I was really having a good time watching it. I was also, when I was taking screenshots for the thumbnail, I was just going into the... Sorry, my cat is yelling. What are you doing? He's like howling on the balcony. What's his problem? But you can go into the... When you click on like the animals and the exhibit, you can click through all of the different animals that are inside of the exhibit. And then it shows you them. And I was having a lot of fun with seeing what all of them are up to. I was like, this one's hanging up here. This one's on some fruit. This one's just face first in the water bowl. This game is so fun. I love Planet Zoo. I'm so excited for Planet Zoo 2 to come out. I saw that they finally showed off the new lions. They look very nice. I'm very excited about this. God, am I scared though of how this game is gonna run. Because Planet Zoo, the first game, used to run up until like 200 visitors every single time that I played it on my laptop. And now that I have a PC, it runs perfectly. Like I have had no issues since I have been playing it on my PC. I've not had any lag because my game used to get so slow. Like if I got 2 animals in, it would get too busy in my zoo and then it would just, they would walk like so slow as if the game was in slow motion because the frames would just, it would be awful. So now I'm like, what's gonna happen with this new game? Because the graphics are significantly better. So I'm a little bit worried about what that's gonna mean for me. Though my PC is good. So I'm thinking I will be fine. But I'm still a little bit worried. Especially because I'm like, I want to stream this game. Streaming a game that's also kind of, you know, making it worse for your PC. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm so excited about this game. The second one coming out is going to be so fun. I'm also just really excited to see all the animals that are going to be in it. Now that we're getting like birds and aquariums and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, there's so much potential. Like anything could be in here. And that really excites me. I'm really excited for the sunfish. I talked about this in one of my last Planet Zoo videos, but the sunfish is so stupid. I love it. It's so fun. I remember, I think it must have been like Animal Crossing or something where I like saw a sunfish for the first time and like thought about it and I was like, what is this really? I don't really know what's happening here because they're kind of strange and why are they built like that and how are they even swimming? But I'm very, just something about them is very silly and I really like it. I was looking at we went to this like museum in the Netherlands a while ago and they had like sweaters with a sunfish on them embroidered and I was like, that's incredible. And if they hadn't been really expensive, I would have absolutely got one. Like yesterday I was looking at a shop that sells like enamel pins and they had a bunch of cool bugs and then they also had a sunfish pin and I was like, that's incredible. I need to like put this on a wish list for me to remember it so I don't forget about this, but it's so cute. And also they had a bunch of really cool bug pins, which really excited me. They had like some cute moths and stuff and some funky beetles. I've been, since I've been playing my like bug island on Tomodachi Life, which I made a video about last week, the week before. I've been learning that there's so many funky looking bugs out there, and now my whole Pinterest, because I've been looking for like references of the little bugs, I keep getting more and more bugs on my Pinterest feed. So every time I open Pinterest, I see some like weird beetle with a long ass neck, and I'm like, what is this? And they're in like 17 different colors. I'm like, this is incredible. I see like a caterpillar that genuinely looks like a little cartoon character with a cute face. I'm like, I didn't know that you existed. Where have you been all my life? So I love little creatures. I wish I could just be friends with every single creature ever. That would make me really happy. Anyway, back to the video. You'll see that I'm getting some of the blueprints that are in the game, and then I'm taking parts of them and using them as like decoration and stuff. I also found this like boat thing. I kind of just put that down in the background because I was like, I haven't really decorated, like I keep building these habitats in otherwise empty zoos, which means that the like view from all of these habitats is awful. Like in the background is just flat land and then like the path for the visitors to walk around, and it just doesn't look that good. And I was like, maybe I should put something else in this water. I don't really know if it makes a difference at all, but I thought it was fun and I thought it looked kind of exciting. But these blueprints, they're a really good way for me to realize the like potential and also to see all of the objects, because I feel like a lot of decorative items, I just don't notice they exist when I'm scrolling. And then when I see how they're used in the blueprints, I'm like, wait, that actually looks really good. I should use that. I think one thing Planet Zoo does really well is that the blueprints and like the pre-built things are just incredible. Like they look so good, they're so detailed. I really should make more use of them, even if it's just to like learn how to do things. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next one.